So to pretty much get straight to the point, we have Ragnar and company having lunch, feasty, with Egbert and company. So yeah, so Ragnar asks King Egbert and Queen Quinthrith how has the settlement been doing, been going, and how has the mercenary, the Viking mercenaries, how's that war been going? How's it been going? And Queen K pretty much says, we've been losing, but I'm pretty sure King Ragnar, with your help and the Shield Maiden Lagatha's, help, we will surely overtake them. And I believe King Egbert mentions that, the settlement is something that his nobles aren't totally with. And he mentions something along the lines of which Ragnar's like, you know what, that wasn't part of the agreement, you know. But in good faith, I will participate in the battles, but I can't speak for everyone else. Lagtha mentions that, listen, we only came here to farm. Why should we get in between these two, or three, warring, countries? It's not our beef. We just came here farming. Nothing more, nothing less. Floki's obviously against it. Bjorn wants to fight. And Rollo says he'll fight. He'll do whatever his brother wants to do. Torsten wants to fight too. And much of Bjorn's, Chadrigan, his girl wants to fight too, unfortunately. So yeah, they all agree to fight. King Egbert says he needs one of them to stay to help with the farming and the settlement, whatever. Athelstan chooses to stay, and Lagatha chooses to stay, much to King Egbert's happiness. So we have this a few like a little departing, which the people are departing, Ragnar and his army and Lagatha, Athelstan. So Athelstan gets his hand kissed, right where they stabbed him through the hand. He was crucified by Queen or Princess Judith. So that was kind of interesting. I was kind of wondering, oh, that came out of nowhere because I don't remember season two there ever be any inkling of her finding him attractive. I what else happened? Eighth Wolf peeped it, and as soon as Eighth Wolf peeped it, and Asta knew it, he kind of hightailed it away. Um, I think Rollo asked Ragnar, "Are you happy now, brother?" And then Ragnar is like, "When has this ever been about my happiness?" They both have a smirk. You know, Ragnar's like, "This is definitely not about. I'm just doing this because I have to, bro. It's the best situation, best thing to do." So after that, we have pretty much King Egbert decided to go along in the pretty much King Egbert decided to go along with Lagatha and Athelstan. And he keeps on looking at Lagatha. You can tell he's feeling her. And Lagatha asks Athelstan, what's he looking at? And and then King Egbert like, you? You know? She smirks, when Athelstan tells her that. So a few scenes later, we have King Egbert saying that she's so different, mother, shield maiden, warrior. There's nothing like her over here. You know what I mean? And pretty much, Athelstan pretty much cut straight to the point when Latha asks, what did he say again? Athelstan was like, he likes you, So after that, we have Ragnar pretty much doing the same thing Egbert was doing to Lagatha. It's funny. It's like Ragnar's like the good side, and Egbert's like the bad side because they're both pretty much the same, despite there being many differences. Ragnar staring at Queen K. He wants to know more about her uncle. She says that her uncle pretty much took her throne. It was unlawful, and that he was able to use magic on her little younger brother, who she's quite close to and fond of, in order to convince him to betray her. That Ragnar laughs, kind of scoffs, and says, pretty much, I've been deceived many times, but it wasn't because of magic. you know? You see Floki just lurking. He's pissed. He's like, all right, getting close to this Christian's God. So, after that, you have Ragnar. No. What happened after that? Oh, yeah. You have them pretty much setting up camp. And you have Aethelwulf saying that he can't trust these pagans. I mean, they're ungodlike. There's no way that there can be one god or many gods. One of them has to be right. And then we have this little brief scene with Rollo mentioning that he loved a woman once, and then Ragnar retorting, and what did you get, but sitting on a wet field with with a wet ass, something along the lines. And we can all kind of figure out Rollo's referring to Lagatha. So pretty much they're watching Queen K. Queen K just dance, 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 dance. You know, her best Beyonce impression. She was clearly fucked up or was on high on something. So yeah, turns out that she received word, you know, eventually a little bit after the dance, that her brother and uncle have assembled the armies on the two river banks. So Ragnar and company prepare for battle. So Ragnar pretty much attacks, I believe, the army on the right side because it had a less amount of men and there wasn't a bridge connecting them. So Ragnar and his men just went at it. You know, I mean, Ragnar was going in, Bjorn, Rollo, even Floki as usual. Bjorn's girl was getting a few hits too. She was cutting some dude's head off like crazy. Yo, she's a good fighter. She does kind of remind me of like that. There was this interesting part in which Torsen got shot with an arrow. You know, and he was able to bring it out or pull some of it out, and he almost died if you know because the guy sort of got him on the ground, and Floki saved him at the last moment. You know, so yeah. After that, Ragnar is able to sort of get past you know the line, you know that was protecting you know the uncle, Queen K's uncle, and Ragnar has his arms up like come at me, bro, and he has two swords now, and he's just going to work on these dudes. Just slicing, dicing, all that crap. And then you have Bjorn join in, Rollo join in, you know, and then Floki's manages to get towards the uncle, just yanks him off the horse, and then just with a little sick smirk, cuts his head off. Then you have this beautiful, like, close-up shot of Floki just having the crown in his hand, you know, just looking at it. And then you have Queen Quinthras just, like, get off. Like, she just had, like, multiple orgasms. She was just, like, so, like, it was like she just had sex. I shit you not. That's the expression she had on her face, and just the way she was, her body language and all that stuff. Ragnar eventually sits down, a little smirk on his face, you know, after enjoying a good fight, a good battle, like most Vikings do, and he peeps the same shit, and he's not smiling. He's freaked the fuck out, you know. And I think Queen K notices it, and she don't give a fuck, you know. It's like she's just recovering. She's like, but yeah, you know, that's my part 2 review, final, you know, review of Vikings Season 3, Episode 1, entitled Mercenary. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, write some comments down below. Adios.